The first memory I ever had of holding a coin was a big old silver dollar. And Dad showed me how to hold that at 3 years old by the rims because I was handling his coins. And he said, hold on. He said, look, this is how you got to do it. I don't know why I remember that, but it was in a box. And I picked up the box and was putting my hands all over everything. And he said, here, this is how you hold it. I'll never forget that. Well, later on, I realized that that was a Morgan dollar.
Well, hello, everybody. I am Spegtacular, the Silver Stacular, and hopefully I can go live with CoinHELPu from YouTube. Gonna try to get him in here. All right, so here live with Daniel from CoinHELPu. Daniel, I'm not going to try to introduce you. I want you to just introduce yourself because you're better at that, I'm sure. So just tell us who you are and what you're all about.
Well, okay. My name is Daniel Malone, and obviously I have a CoinHELPu YouTube channel. And I'm definitely struggling with this Instagram live. I started my channel back in 2018, and of course I'm heading for 100,000 subscribers, which I appreciate. Anyone who's watching this, I appreciate everybody's subscriptions. And here we're at my coin shop. I can show a real quick view outside the window here. This is out on the street. We are actually closed on Mondays to the general public because we do orders. And this is basically inside my coin shop. I can show you a little bit of that.
Sure. So today's kind of catch-up day at the shop?
Yeah, it's Mondays are, but a lot of online orders. We can do 60 to 100 orders sometimes. Right. But yeah, like here's some of the things we put out today, just so I can do it for the video. I want everybody to see how we have it set up. Got a few empty spots. We have to fill those up, I see. But that's basically the shop there. But I started owned the coin shop since January. I had a partner before that, January of 2020. So sole proprietor. Like I said, I've been doing the coins on eBay since the late 1990s to the early 2000s. All my life, Dad and my grandpa had coin shops off and on. So, you know, pretty much all my life it's been coins and collectibles and flea markets and you name it, we did it. So
you're doing everything by yourself right now? Because I thought you did have a partner, so that's over with.
Yeah, that he sold out to me. He wanted to retire when he turned 50. So he retired a little earlier because of, well, the Ohio tax came into play, and he said, look, he said, I'm just getting out of this. I don't want no more of sitting in this coin shop, and he has another business anyhow. So he decided to retire out of this, and he comes in almost every day, so we still do deals. We're good friends.
But to have like your own shop, to have an online eBay, to have a YouTube, and be successful in all these things, I mean, that's a lot of work for one person.
Yeah, I spend probably 12 to 16 hours a day doing things. Now, I'll take breaks in the evenings, but I always try to catch up because it's not just, I don't do eBay, I sell off my website.
Right.
Just to clarify that. So we sell off our website, and the other thing that I have is a coin website, and I've had that since 2007. I built it in May of 2007. It has coin values and articles. Basically, it's a written version of some of my videos before I ever did a video.
You have an app too, don't you?
Yes. Yes. I have a couple apps. I have a Mint Error app and a Coin Values app, and I'm in the process of updating the Coin Values app now.
That's a lot of stuff, man. I don't know how you're doing all this. That's crazy.
I don't either. I just do. And it's like when you have an elephant, you know how you eat one, it's just one bite at a time. That's the only way. And then you never get it finished because it's always like there's more elephant.
Wow, man. That's amazing. That's really cool. And, you know, like you've helped a lot of people on YouTube. Your YouTube is very successful. Like you said, you're on your way to 100,000. You get that little award from YouTube pretty soon, a little silver award. And you'll have that, I'm sure, in your video so people can see that. But yeah, you've touched a lot of people. You've helped a lot of people, and your videos are coming out, you know, weekly. And I noticed a lot of people have been really helped. You know, CoinHELPu is really a good name for you because you go there and you learn about coins and you find about errors and mistakes that are made, and it's just so helpful. And so I think a lot of people will appreciate your channel. If they don't already know about it, they're going to definitely appreciate CoinHELPu.
Yeah, and also, you know, I have the Facebook group, which I don't do a whole lot in anymore. I'm kind of disenchanted with that. I do help there, but Facebook in general, because I have my own help community on my website, and that's where I spend more of my time at, trying to help people. It's a little better. It's just better set up for that than, you know, Facebook is.
Now, my goal is, if it's okay with you, to put this onto YouTube when we're all done. And so
Yes.
I'll link all the stuff, you know, your website and, you know, your YouTube and everything down in the description of the video so people can check you out easily. So if that's okay with you.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Now, your shop.
Yeah,
right
I mean, I'm one of these, you see something in my video and you want to use it, I tell every channel, feel free to use it. There'll never be a copyright strike unless you copy the whole video verbatim, you know, that's different. But I mean, I put it out there to help. And if it helped more people see it, then, you know, that's what me and Robert do with CoinHELPu the same way.
Gotcha. Now, where did you actually say where your coin shop is?
The coin shop is in Portsmouth, Ohio. We say Portsmouth here, but it's spelled Portsmouth. And it's in southern Ohio, right across from Kentucky, actually, and just a river in between us.
You know, it's interesting. I was at another coin shop, and they had some old bills. And the bill was actually from Portsmouth. And I said, I wonder if that's actually the same city.
It would be. There's every city, it's a national banknotes. They had national currency, and they were issued each town. But there's a lot of obscure currency that's like that from every town. Just about every town had a currency. If you had some industry, and, you know, at one time, Portsmouth was a pretty large town considering, you know, where it's at. But, you know, it's like I said, the steel mills and all that went away. So, you know, it's kind of a small town now, a lot more small than what it was, about 20,000, I think.
Very cool. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong. You are a coin person. You like rare coins and coins of all types. You're not so much of a, you know, a bullion collector, but you have some in your store.
Yeah, we do sell some bullion, but I love coins in general, just mainly coins. Yes.
So like just old style coins. Do you have a favorite coin?
Oh, Morgan dollars.
That's your
no question. Watch my channel enough, and you get that feel.
You'll know.
Yeah, but I do have things that I think are cool. I am a big sci-fi fan, so.
Oh, you like Star Wars, huh?
I got the Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I got, of course, I'm more of a Star Trekkie. I'm more of a Trekkie, but yeah.
Listen, what's your favorite Star Wars character? Go ahead.
My favorite? Well, I like Captain Picard. I like, well, of course, the original captains. I like most of the original cast and crew. Really hard to pick a favorite.
All right, Star Trek.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Morgan dollar, why is that your favorite coin? What makes that your favorite coin?
Well, the first memory I ever had of holding a coin was a big old silver dollar. And Dad showed me how to hold that at 3 years old by the rims, because I was handling his coins. And he said, hold on. He said, look, this is how you got to do it. I don't know why I remember that, but it was in a box, and I picked up the box and was putting my hands all over everything. And he said, here, this is how you hold it. I'll never forget that. Well, later on, I realized that that was a Morgan dollar.
So
it just seems like, and it's big, large silver, frosty luster. Sometimes they're proof-like and deep mirror proof-like. And it's just a nice hunk of silver. And I love the design.
Yeah.
And,
well, I think that,
honestly, for a dealer, you know, Morgan dollars is a huge staple in a coin shop.
They're easy to move.
Very.
Yeah. I've always heard that if you're going to be a coin collector, just about all the coin collectors out there, they have large dollar coins. That's one of like the big part of their collections. Yeah,
and that's the irony too, because when they came out, they were basically a 90% bullion coin. There was no United States bullion as far as unless you actually had just the silver, you know, silver ore or whatever. So they would start making these silver dollars whenever, you know, silver's less than $1 an ounce, and they were using them to make money on. And they were stored in vaults. No one really wanted them. They called them buzzard dollars. And now all of a sudden they're one of the most popular coins ever, but they weren't like that from the 60s and back. A lot of people don't realize that, but they knocked the new 2021s, but people felt the same way about the Morgans when they first came out too.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of coins start out like that, right? Where people are just very negative about it. And then as they progress in years, people go like, man, I want to have that now. I want to collect that.
Yeah, the only exception to that, I think, would be the Silver Eagle. It seemed like people loved that coin from the beginning.
Really? Yeah.
That and the Buffalo. I don't know, man. It seems like Buffalo designed and Lady Walking Liberty coins just seem to be real popular. Those are the
I'm waiting
ones
now.
that seem.
I'm waiting now for those new $1 presidential coins to be popular. And once those expire, people are going to be like, man, I want to go buy those now. Okay, so with a Morgan dollar, this is a CoinHELPu special. You're going to help me right now. What am I looking for as far as how to, if boom, I'm a new collector, I'm trying to get into Morgan dollars. What am I looking for? How do I get into it? What do I condition wise?
I mean, first of all, you want to understand. Budget. Whatever your budget is, you want to shoot for coins that you can buy, and I would say like what you're showing there is in an old green holder. They're typically considered graded conservative, but I think a lot of those have been cherry picked over the years, so they're probably pretty much the grade. But an old green holder coin, if you can get it for regular price, it usually sells for a little more than regular price. So that kind of deal, you might look for something like that. Sometimes you can go through a dealer. He might have 20 coins in one of the PCGS holders, and one or two of them's green holder, but he'll go ahead and sell all of them for about the same price or for the similar price. That would be a deal to buy. I run into that a lot too. I'll get some lots that I'll buy off other dealers, and some of them will have green holders and they won't charge a premium on them. So you can make a little more money on them that way. As far as circulated Morgan dollars is a good uncleaned, obviously. You get problem-free coins. The highest grade you can possibly buy with your budget is what I would recommend.
It's funny that you talk about the green holders. That's exactly what happened here. The guy was charging the same price as everything else, and I said, hey, I gravitated towards this one. I said, that's the one I want out of that pile because I knew that I could probably do better on it. Yeah.
And if you're looking for a return, anytime in the future, or your family members, whoever you leave it to, or whatever you decide to do. And see, that one to me is a choice coin. It's a little marked on the face, but that's typical. But it's got the luster. It's really nice.
Why is it typical, the markings?
Yeah. As far as they were handled, with coal shovels, they were in bags. They were jostled around. They was on horse-drawn carriages and, all over the country. That's one reason. Not only that, they were in slot machines at times. Even though they might be uncirculated, some of them still would have circulated a little bit before they were worn and pulled out of circulation.
Yeah, these are things that were meant to be used. This is currency for that.
It was, and not only that too, the planchets were mishandled as well. So the planchets would get marks. A lot of that will strike out, but it'll look like a real dull gray on the coin.
So now, as a coin collector, do you ever hold one and just kind of wonder, man, where's this been?
Every day.
Every day.
I'm like, this is. How did this coin survive this long?
Yeah.
100, 150 years in this condition. Who pulled it out? You know what I mean? Is this one of them that sit in the bank vaults and the basements of the mint until the 60s? And then someone finally, bought it as a, bank bag and it just got spread around maybe? It makes you wonder, was it in someone's sock drawer for a while? I don't even, just makes you wonder.
I'm sure you've seen this to where like somebody will put like some graffiti on there and they'll put like they'll press a letter into it or they'll scratch a name on there. And you sit there and, of course it's going to be graded damaged. But you look at it and you're like, man, like who did that? Whose name is that? Why did they put that on there? And you're just like so intrigued by what happened to this coin.
Yeah. So you do see a lot of counter stamps. There are a small subset of collectors that obviously collect the counter stamps.
That's a cool collection.
Yeah, and I actually like the chop marks on the trade dollars. I think those are really cool too. That coin's been around the world.
So let's talk about that for a minute. The trade dollars, there's some controversy. The chop marks, do you think that's damage or do you think that's part of the history?
It's actually is damage to the coin, but so is marking up a coin and dropping it. It's purposeful damage. But to me, I think it's okay to grade them undamaged, but I've seen them both. I think it's just going to kind of depend, but I do think it's part of the history because, it was an attempt to have a kind of a currency, national currency, and they were trying with decimals and they was trying to make it to where, everyone could have the same as far as trading with China. A lot of it did go to China.
Yeah.
So, yeah, to me, I think it's part of the history. I really hate to see them penalized, but I guess I can understand why they would be because it's not the original. It's not from the mint like that.
Right. I wish it just had a different identifying mark when they grade those instead of like damaged. You know what I mean? Like let's call it part of history on the label.
Yeah, I agree, and I think I might have the picture. I wish I could show it here like this, but I'm not on my computer. But I have one that was graded, but it wasn't a problem coin, and it had chop marks on it. I want to say it was PCGS, but I can't remember. It was PCGS or NGC. I'm pretty sure it wasn't graded problem coin, but I might be mistaken. I thought it was extra fine, and I have to. I'm going to digress until I find out for sure.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
You know, I love those coins. Every time I see one, I look at it and I want to buy it, and I almost pay a premium because of the chop marks. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
What else as far as coins? What's a good one to get into? What's a great coin for a new collector?
I mean, I guess it's you buy what you like. I can say type coins are good to get into because type coins seem to always have some type of allure to them. People typically like the designs. Obviously, they're not made anymore, and you can typically get a return on them a little better than you would just a real common like a Mercury dime or something. So, you know, standing quarters are nice. You know, even barber halves and quarters. If you go back to the seated seem to be desirable. Dimes don't seem to be so much, but the larger denominations are. Cat bust. You know, those are good to get into as well. What I recommend, though, and I know I hate to say it to be too repetitive, but undamaged, unclean coins, because typically those are going to keep a premium.
Right. You know, I find a lot of people, especially when they get into gold, and like pre-33 gold, that they go ahead and they suck up the jewelry grade stuff. And I think you kind of limit yourself a little bit with that, because now you've basically lost a potential buyer because you've now got a damaged coin.
Yeah. And as far as gold's concerned, Indian head gold designs, you can't go wrong. Those are always going to have a premium. I've watched them go up. They're way more than melt. I mean, a coin like that, you know, if you get 1,200, see, what grade is that? Is that a...
This is a 62.
See, I don't know where you bought that, but I mean, 880 would be a smoking deal, because I mean, you're talking, is that 880 on there? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
this is a little while ago now.
Yeah, $1,200 right now. You know, and that's just the premium, and where gold went to a record last year, and it's still over 1,800 even today.
Yeah.
So
I can't hardly find these things anymore. I was lucky enough to get this when I did, and I always keep the price tags on because I like to see where things are going. Yeah,
you got a good deal. I was getting ready to say, if you'd done that now, you should have bought 10 of them.
No, this was maybe a couple of years ago. I think I got that.
Yeah. Yeah, they were going for in that range, anywhere from eight something to 1,000. Now you're lucky if you can get one for less than 12.
Right on. How about like 1 cent coins in your store? Does that like just take up too much room? You don't mess with that stuff too much?
What's that now? The
1 cent, United States.
Yeah, we have a tray of Lincoln cents.
Yeah. Those are in your shop, no problem.
Yeah, we go through the key dates and
go ahead.
Say it again.
Go ahead.
Well, we go through the key dates easily, and we can sell rolls of wheats. People love to buy the rolls, especially if we tell them I didn't go through them. If I say I don't go through them, they'll go away like hotcakes.
Right.
You know, people are going to the banks. They're not able to get as many rolls, and if you can come up with a few rolls, we throw them in our scratch and dent bags. That's what we do.
So 2023, I heard we're done. We're done with cents, 1 cent.
Really?
Is that true?
I've never heard that.
No?
No.
Could be one of the rumors out there. There's a lot of rumors out there in the coin.
There was an actual, and it all started with an April Fool's Day a few years back, where someone said that the U.S. Mint's no longer going to mint the cent. It's over with. And it was at the bottom, it said it was an April Fool's joke, but people didn't go down to the bottom to read it all like they usually don't. Didn't read the fine print.
You know, that's right.
I did a video on that, actually.
All the April Fool stuff?
Yeah, I did a video.
It's you never know what to believe out there, because there's something all the time. Some things are just rumors. Some things, I mean, a website can post whatever they want to, you know what I mean, with no repercussion, and so you don't know what's really going on. Yeah,
you don't. And and like you said, they can say, "Oh, it was just joking," or "It's not my fault. People are idiots." I mean, that's basically what they say. So, yeah, I definitely don't subscribe to that line of thought.
Let me ask you this: with this, I know this is not an ancient, but with the ancient coins, do you mess around with that stuff?
Somewhat. I mean, if it comes in the shop, you know, we'll do our research if we have to. Some of that stuff is the biggest part of the battle of ancients is identifying it, and some of it's not always there on the coin. But once you identify it, then you've done the work. And anybody that does ancients, they'll tell you that. So yes, you'll have to do some research on some of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I see them, and it's like I almost want to get one only that's graded, just because like, is that real? I don't know what I'm looking at. You know, it seems like a whole different world right there.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I mean, it's a lot of fun to think that you can still get a coin that's, you know, almost a couple thousand years old or even older.
And
you know,
not for a lot of money.
I prefer handling them graded. You know, if a dealer has a graded lot, I've sold a lot of them like that.
Right. What about foreign coins? You mess around with that stuff?
Yeah, we'll get them in. We sell the silver for the most part, and then we have a huge bin back here. We put and sell basically 5 for $1, give them to kids, things like that.
Right on. Now, is there something in the shop that you don't mess with?
Now, what you just showed there, you can't sell on eBay.
You can't
eBay
what?
will kick that off of Cuba coins from Cuba.
Why? Why would eBay kick it off?
They're not allowed to sell it on there. They're not supposed to have it on there at all.
eBay can't have Cuban coins?
No.
I didn't know about that.
No.
I wonder why.
We'll get some of them in the shop, but yeah.
I love this. I love this design. I was happy.
It is. I mean, they're actually cool. I see that. We see those often enough. They do come in the shop.
I actually have a friend who's Cuban, and he actually came here. He was born in Cuba, came here, and he said, man, he's seen this stuff all the time over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just as, I mean, like I said, someone bringing world coins, and there'll be something in there. Usually it's the smaller denominations. Yeah.
Can we talk about your discovery on one of the new Morgan dollars?
Yeah.
What happened?
It's heading to PCGS. Okay, I'm going to see if they'll label it.
What did you find out? What was the discovery?
Well, I mean, just from knowing the minting process, whenever there's a lot of pressure against the coin's rim, sometimes it's not adjusted correctly, or it might not be in the collar. And when I say collar, it's COLLAR die that keeps the coin from spreading out and being a broad strike. Sometimes that's not in the chamber completely even, or like it's supposed to be level. Sometimes it'll start to cause finning on the side, and it'll move metal up off that rim. But this looked like it was kind of shaved. But the thing of it is, some of it was struck into the coin, so I don't know whether the Denver Mint has a special process that the other mints don't have, because I never found it on another one, or on another mint, that causes some type of little bit of the shaving to come off around that. But I'll find out if they call it damage or not. But I mean, it struck into the coin, so I don't see how they can get by with not at least calling it struck through something.
That'll be very interesting. I got, I think 3 or 4 of the Denver Mint 2021s. Every single one has some kind of damage or some kind of problem with it. In fact, this one does too. It's every single one. Yeah,
the Denver Mints were horrible. They handled the coins very badly. I agree. I had the same problem. I was trying to pick out some to send off. I found 2 out of all of them that I bought. And see, I waited until I bought some others off the dealers. I paid a little more for it, but I bought a huge lot off of the dealer so that I could have more.
Gotcha.
And that's how I got more. I didn't get all that many from the Mint.
Now, you mentioned that coin collectors typically like the older version of the coin. They're going to be hating on the newer version of coins. What's your opinion?
Except for the peace dollar.
They do like the peace dollars.
I do like the peace dollar. What's
your opinion on these new coins? You think they're okay? You like them? What's the deal?
Yeah, I like them.
You enjoy it?
I think it's great. They brought back a design regardless of whether it's a commemorative or not. It doesn't really matter to me. They could have used all kinds of designs that nobody wants. And I hate to say that. I love the fact that they do represent historical things that happen to people. It's a good thing, but people don't seem to want them. And to me, just to produce something like this, regardless what metal content it is, regardless of the price, it's something that is a design that is desirable. And I think it's a good thing. And we're going to see more of it, too, if you haven't heard the news.
Yeah, I have heard that. So tell people right now, what's going on with that?
Yeah, the legislation is there's going to be at least the proof version of these. And I'm not sure all the details yet. There was a little bit of an email I got today, and I haven't read all of it yet. I haven't had time. But I may do another video myself. I'm not sure. But it was talking about how they had a meeting with, I think, the acting Mint director now, or assistant director. Can't think of who she is right off the bat, because I think they let go of the one that was acting. Yeah, but anyways, met with a few people, Rob Oberth of the Round Table, and they asked them about this. And they said the legislation is pretty open for them to be able to do different finishes and things like that for these, and that they are going to continue to do these Morgan and Peace dollars, or at least the Morgan dollars, into the future. And now they said, as far as bullion's concerned, like they do the Silver Eagles, they don't think the legislation is loose enough for that kind of interpretation. But that's basically all I got to read, and then I got busy today, so I had to cut off the reading. But
imagine this right here in a reverse proof.
Oh, trust me, whenever I heard about the proofs, I got in my Photoshop and started creating a reverse proof and a proof, and I never got it finished yet. I wanted to do it for a video.
That'd be cool. Yeah, and that's gonna look great when they do that.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know,
that will be
the same way.
huge.
I wish things
if they do those
different.
in proofs and don't go too high on them, maybe same as Silver Eagles, yeah, they'll be huge.
I think a lot of collectors, including myself, just wish things were a little different. They were more like the classic ones. I don't hate them. I'm happy to see more cool things come into the hobby for sure. Just, you know, I think we wish that they were more like the old ones, and that's where we are. But it's good to see more coming out, and I think it's good for the hobby. It keeps people interested and active in this. And
yeah, I mentioned that in my videos too, that I wish that they would have, you know, came out with the 80%, same planchet, also use the same die finish, you know, and created them that way. And I even mentioned maybe even a clad version, you know, just because of the design is well liked, and maybe that would be a more of affordable way of someone getting some of these. You know, I thought of a lot of things. I think you should appeal to all collector bases, you know, all budgets.
Absolutely.
I think that's where the mint fails in a sense, only because they appeal to one budget type.
Sure.
Everything they have, you've got to pay for it, and it's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
So
sometimes when you get new gold coins, you're paying $700 over spot for them.
Oh, it's yeah.
Pretty intense.
Yes.
You've been coin collecting since you were a kid. You said that your dad kind of got you into it a little bit. How has it changed, coin collecting?
Well, just to clarify, I've never been a coin collector.
Ever? You just saw it and you were interested, but never collected them.
No, I mean, anything I've ever had was for sale because I was raised to buy and sell. It was just, it's different for me. Now, do I have some coins I've kept back, things that would mean something to me? Yes. Yes, I've got some gifts, and I showed you the Obi-Wan Kenobi. I've got that. I've got a colonial note that I keep. But as far as amassing a nice, wonderful collection because I'm a coin dealer, no. I do have a typeset that I was going to start. I've got a few coins in it, but I haven't finished it yet. I sell all the nice stuff. The satisfaction for me is taking the pictures and finding a home or preserving the coins. That gives me more, it's almost like I'm a curator, like you would at a museum for, you know, art. I was an art major in school. I was going to be an art teacher at one time, and I dropped out of that. And I just feel like that's what I do. That's my part in this. And then to teach people about how to caretake the coins and how, you know, to make better deals on coins and not fall for the counterfeits and things like that, you know. So I think that's my part. My part's not to collect coins.
That's really cool. It's kind of an honorable thing to help people out and to see the excitement they have when they have a really nice coin and not constantly hear like, oh, that coin's not for sale. Oh, I can't sell that one. That's my personal. Like you're letting it go. You're moving it on. You're seeing it go to a good home. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. 1880s, my first mint state 67 ever, you know, that I sent off myself and bought myself. And, you know, I didn't really want to let it go, but the person that was buying it, you know, was a good person. And I knew that it was going to a good home, and I got my price, so I sold it. You know, and I still think about it every once in a while. I see the video, and I'm like, you know, but
right on.
Hey, that's part of it. There are some of them that's hard to let go of.
Okay, so kind of to reword this a little bit then, since you're not really a collector, you're the curator. Is coin collecting dead? Is coin collecting dead? Let me ask you that.
No, I can answer your question. I just wanted to clarify that. I got on the tangent.
And I appreciate that. No, that's great.
You know, as far as coin collecting is concerned, it's changed, but it's moved more online. I mean, the coin shows are still there, coin clubs are still there, but a lot of that stuff's online, and it's just changed. I hate to say that there's less people in it. I really don't know if there is or not. I don't think there is. It seems like the market is stronger than it ever was. And I know a lot of that's because of COVID and people are kind of still panic buying silver and gold. But I think after all the coins being melted all these years, because I've done several videos where I saved coins from going to the smelter and sold them, that now we realize that those don't exist anymore. So the supply is a little less. And I think that's a good thing, though, because of the fact that it kind of caught up with itself. And that gives us a demand that we want to have in this business, this hobby. And for coins to go up in value, you know, typically that's what people think when they get involved in this. And now it has happened. Because I saw, you know, go back to 2016 and 17, Morgan dollar values were falling all around. It was kind of stagnant a little bit, you know, until COVID hit, and then it just, you know, got a spark. And not only that, I think the YouTube channels were kind of helping things out too a little bit. The Red Book, I think in 2019, I think they had to do another reprint because of they always print so many because of they pretty much know their demand, and there was more of a demand and had to print some more. So I think really, it's that's positive. I think coin collecting is here. It's just a little different than what it used to be.
It is totally different. I think I totally agree with you on that. I remember, and you may be able to comment on this, going into coin shops, you know, years back and seeing nobody in there. And I was in there for a long time and nobody would be in there. And now if I go into a coin shop, I have to like compete with people. You know, it seems like there's people like getting interested in it. I don't know. It's wild to me. Do you remember a day as a coin shop owner that nobody came into the store?
I mean, in a small town, yeah, but it's not usual. You usually have somebody come in or two. But we're in a really small town here. But I count people who call me on the phone or do orders with me as people come in my door. Is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, to me, that's where it's at, because the online people are just as important as the people that come in the door, although the people coming in the door are pretty important too.
You're using technology instead of saying, hey, I'm just going to have a brick and mortar place and that's all I'm going to do. You're branching out. I have the online, I have apps, I have YouTube, I have so many things. You're really kind of a wise businessman in that aspect.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is the way to go. I mean, honestly, I think that you kind of shoot yourself in the foot if you're not online to some extent, unless you just want to wholesale to dealers. You can do that. There's a lot of dealers that do that, but they're not paying as much. You know, a dealer like me can pay a little bit more because I don't wholesale. I do retail more than I do anything else.
Right. For anybody who doesn't know yet, Daniel from CoinHELPu is watching us, and he's burning his muscles right now with this selfie stick, trying to hold this thing up. So he needs a thumbs up for this video for sure. He's working hard right now.
I hope I'm not shaking it too much. I'm trying not to.
We didn't discuss.
I could probably hold my phone and do it a little better.
If you need to go or whatever, just give me a wink and a nod and we'll go ahead and end it. But if you're still good, I got a couple more questions I could probably throw in here.
Sure, go ahead. Let's go ahead and do a couple more questions. Let's try it this way. I'll just hold it and see if I can do it.
Just do your best. With your YouTube channel, has anything you think you posted, like certain topics or anything like that, do you think that boosts it more than other things?
You mean as far as?
Like the analytics. Like if you post a topic about maybe a Morgan dollar, is that really popular? Is maybe like constitutional silver, is that really popular? Do certain things seem to gather more interest?
Yeah, there are certain things that seem to gather more interest, but I'll be honest with you. I think people like, it's kind of hard. You know as well as I do, you can do a video and it'll go 30, 40,000 views, and then you'll do another video and it's like 2,000 or 3,000. I hardly have.
Never know.
Most of mine tend to be in the 4,000 or 5,000 range now, but yeah, there's some, and it seems like it's mostly when people see that I'm talking about something that's a hot topic, and they will tune in. And sometimes it just seems like my title, how it's worded, brings in the views. But yeah, if you do videos on Lincoln cents, Morgan dollars, typically those are pretty popular. The silver market, people like to hear about the silver market. Videos like this, sometimes you can hit it right, you know, as well as I do. People love the Coin Guy videos, and I do too. You know, and when you can get a chance to hear what a dealer's got to say and they know the business, they're making a living at it, you know, that's an interesting topic. You want to listen to the guys that are doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's what I like doing on my channel is, you know, I'm not an expert. I'm a student of this. And so I want to get expert opinions. I want to get people that are coin shops and owners and know, you know, more about this than I do and try to bring that to people. That's kind of my goal. I wish I could be there with you in person because we'd kill it. We'd kill it,
Yes.
Daniel. We'd do so good. But unfortunately, I can't. You know what I mean? I'm not going out of Florida. And
Right.
luckily, we have the internet, and we can do this. So this is wonderful.
Yeah, and not only that, I mean, we're all still being schooled because this business changes. Yeah, I might know all this about Morgan Dollars or Lincoln Cents, but I don't know everything. And we're all, like I said, we're still kind of learning. You know, I mean, you can say you're an expert I mean, at what point in your hobby or your career here do you consider yourself an expert? I mean, you're either self-proclaiming it or people are saying that you are. And I'd rather people to say that I am, and I'll just say, okay, you know, I know some things about it, but I don't want to self-proclaim myself as one. You see what I mean? Like, there's a certain point. Where's the knowledge level got to be before you're an expert? Is it a published book, YouTube videos? I mean, what is it? You know what I mean? So it's really like I'm in communication with Bill Fival. Now he's, you know, Cherry Pickers, one of the authors of Cherry Pickers. And he sends me some things to use in my videos. He loves my videos. So I think, okay, this guy is one of the big guys, the big dogs, you know, in this industry. He's in his 80s. He's been around it for a long time, 70 years. And he likes my stuff. So I think I'm doing something right. But yet that doesn't make me feel like I'm up here. You know, I'm just like everybody else. You know, we're trying to make it, and we want this hobby to be successful. And we obviously want to learn from each other. My channel, and people don't realize I've learned a lot from my channel. Learned that I was wrong a lot of times. So
sure.
Humbleness is very important, I think. You need to be humble. And it doesn't matter how much you know. Everybody's got to be on the same playing field as far as how you treat everyone. And, you know, so that's where I'm at when it comes to what you said on as far as being the expert or not being an expert.
Coin collecting is interesting because you think you know everything, and then all of a sudden somebody finds some crazy variety, and now you've got something new in the hobby, right?
Oh, there ain't nothing like putting up something you've heard all your life in a video, and someone says, no, I think it's this. Are you sure you're? And I go check on it. I'm like, man, I was told wrong. I never even checked on it. That's happened a couple of times, maybe more than once.
Right on. What's going on in the shop? Any plans for the future?
Actually, I do. I like to do more involved in the video side of things, like live, some things that happen here. But I'm also looking at next door, possibly in the future, expanding a little bit, having more of a showroom. Because what I have here, like I showed everybody, and I can go outside and come in and show what it looks like on the inside if you want sometime here. But, you know, it's a little small here, and we've kind of outgrown our space. Yeah.
Right on. Can you do that now, or is it not a good time to do it now?
Yeah, I can walk us around here.
We got some time.
See if we can. Of course, over here is where I do my videos. And then next door is there. Through that door is where I was talking about. And so this is a little view down the street. You with me?
Yeah, that's a beautiful little town.
So here's the outside. Kind of hard to see there. But my sign there I designed. And that's down, well, motorcycle there. That's down Chillicothe Street, towards the bridge towards Kentucky. And then here's my door that you'd see if you came to the shop. And I've got it locked, of course. We're not really open today, but I'll unlock it.
Hopefully we didn't lock you out.
Yeah, I locked myself out. See. So then when you come in, we have a little tone so we know when someone's here, because this is one of the problems I have. See that wall? I can't see who comes in. I kind of like to see who comes in. Now I have cameras, but I don't log in all the time so I can watch people. But this is what you'd see. I have a couple stools where people can sit. I have a couple waiting chairs, and, you know, they have to wait in line. Sometimes we do have a lot of people in here. We've had 5 and 6 people at one time. But, yeah, that's basically the inside there. And like I said, it's a small space. And I definitely have been considering expanding. I've been looking for, you know, maybe something to rent somewhere else, even if I have to.
Now, somebody
you always try to find a better deal for your business.
Somebody comes in and you have whatever you have in front of you, but then they say, like, hey, what I'm really looking for is nickels. And you go, like, I got those in the back. You know, is that kind of how you do business?
Yeah, I can do that too. A lot of times we bring out stuff because you can't have everything out front, you know,
right.
Obviously. So yeah, we'll do that. Still there?
Yep, lost you a little bit, but I think we're back.
I don't know. I hit the screener on accident. And, it was. I put my thumb over my camera, I guess.
Turn the internet off.
Yeah, I'm used to. iPhones and doing videos on phones is something I'm new to. So, and it looks like my phone's wanting to act funny now.
Yeah, I'm new to everything too.
Yeah, when it comes to these, but yeah, that's basically outside here, and it's just like I said, a small town and a small coin shop that does. We do pretty good though. I mean, being online, but
I like it. Well, Daniel, listen, I really appreciate you doing this. Maybe we can do it again sometime. And
sure.
I think it'd be a lot of fun if there's something new going on, or you find some kind of new discovery. Since you're finding them, apparently you're the master now when it comes to these new discoveries, right?
No, I'm not going to say that one. That's for sure. Well, you never know though. I might make it down your way to the coin show sometime, fun show or something. I don't know if you ever go to those, but I'm going to try to make it to Fun and Long Beach and the A&A. I'm going to try to do that next couple of years. Hopefully I can get away.
That'd be great. Fun show is awesome. I said to some other people, I said, what we should do is we should get a table rented out for the YouTube community.
Yeah.
And have some of us there and, just talk to people. And I think that'd be kind of cool.
Oh, I think so too. Even if we had to put up a big green screen to protect everybody who doesn't want to be on video, we could have our fun. We could really do that.
Yeah. I'll just wear a mask.
A skull mask.
Whatever it takes.
But
yeah, that'd be cool. If you ever go to Fun, let us all know. Let me know for sure. And I'd like to hang out with you and meet you there. That'd be
sure,
cool,
man. Hey,
it's a sight to see. I tell you what, Daniel, if you've never been to a Fun show, it is an unbelievable sight.
Yeah.
Anyways, I greatly appreciate you. Tell people what your YouTube channel is real quick.
Okay, it's CoinHELPu.
Simple.
Yeah.
And I'll have all that stuff down in the description of the video to your whatever you want me to post, if that's okay with you. And
sure.
I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate all your help as a member of the community. And even though you're not a coin collector, you are doing a great service to people by curating these coins and helping put a smile on people's faces, both on your YouTube and in your shop and on your online and on your apps. You've done so much for the coin community. We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. You have a good one.
You too, Daniel. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you so much for watching the video. Now, Daniel and I could not do this in person, so luckily we have the power of the internet. We could go ahead and do a live video and go ahead and show you all what we were doing. So that's wonderful. The internet has definitely brought us together, and I think it's also, like we talked about in the video, helped to bring coin collecting to the next level. Thank you again to Daniel from CoinHELPu. Check down in the description below this video to see links to all that he's doing right now. Definitely show him some love. He's a good guy in the community. We appreciate him. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below with what you think. And I want to keep showcasing good, cool, awesome members of the community doing great things for all of us. Daniel from CoinHELPu is definitely an example of that. So big, again, thanks to him. Definitely subscribe to him. Subscribe to me if you haven't already. I appreciate you all for watching for sure. I got to go for now, though. Spegtacular is out.